want to thank everybody for being here. It's a momentous occasion.
When Donald Trump took to the podium during the Rwanda-DRC peace deal signing in Washington, he did what he does best: named names, praised presidents, and made it crystal clear who was in the room.
Kazakhstan, Malaysia, South Korea, and many other countries.
The gathering was meant to project East African solidarity under the watchful eye of Uncle Sam. Every nation was there. Kenya sent President Ruto, Burundi dispatched President Ndayishimiye, Rwanda sent Kagame, and Uganda had its vice president. Tanzania wasn't just skipped, it was completely ignored. Not a mention, not a word.
I've just held really fantastic meetings with both men and representatives of other countries where we discussed the importance of upholding this new agreement. Very detailed, powerful agreement. I also want to thank several foreign guests and dignitaries in attendance to celebrate this magnificent event, including the President of Angola. Please, would you stand? And so great to see you. Thank you. The President of Burundi. Thank you very much. Great to see you again. The President of Kenya. We have the Olympics here. You know, they do very well in the Olympics, those runners. I don't know what the heck you do with those runners, but they are very good. I've been watching them for a long time. So we have the Olympics coming to the United States. You know that. Thank you very much. And you'll come as our guest. Thank you. And the President of the Council of Ministers of Togo. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Vice President of Uganda. Thank you. It's such a beautiful color. Like all these guys are wearing these dark suits. You just stand out for a lot of reasons. You're beautiful. The foreign ministers of Qatar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Say hello to my friend, a great man. And the United Arab Emirates. Thank you. Thank you. My regards, right? And the chairman of the African Union Commission, who's done a fantastic job, and thank you for all your help. We appreciate all your help. A special group of people. A very special thanks as well to Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Marco, please stand. Thank you. And thank you for putting a certain name in that building. I said, boy, that is beautiful. That blew up last night. They said, that's a great honor. It really is. On this building, it's a great honor. Thank you very much. I assume you had a lot to do with that. Just a little bit, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Senior Advisor for Africa, Masad Boulos, who's been fantastic. Thank you, Masad. All of these people, every one of them were indispensable in forging this agreement. Let me also recognize Senators Mike Rounds and Lindsey Graham. Lindsey, thank you. Mike, wherever you may be. Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
So the big question is, did Donald Trump leave out Tanzania by mistake? Or was the country not at the event at all? And if they weren't there, what is the reason? You see, Suluhu's fall from grace began with the disputed October elections in Tanzania, which independent monitors say were marred by violence, suppression of dissent, and voter intimidation. Human rights groups reported dozens of civilians' deaths, widespread arrests of critics, and blanket internet shutdowns in the days surrounding the vote.
Kazakhstan, Malaysia, South Korea, and many other.
All right, welcome back, people. This was an African-American summit, and I've tried to show you these videos and these clips. This was Donald Trump, because he was the chair of this meeting, and he came out to recognize every leader of the country, of every of the countries that attended this meeting. He mentioned by names of each and every leader that came to attend this meeting. But the question comes out as the people are so concerned, why Donald Trump never mentioned the name of Tanzania or the president of the country of Tanzania? Because most of the people today are saying that maybe Donald Trump just messed up by forgetting to mention the country of Tanzania, or even any delegate that came from the country of Tanzania. But some are just saying that maybe Donald Trump does not recognize the leadership of the Tanzania, the current regime, and the current president of Tanzania. That's why he never mentioned his name, the name of the country of the president. But let me tell you something today. I am not the supporter of Donald Trump, first of all. But when it comes to how things are happening, how the realities and factuals is supposed to be done, Donald Trump is someone or a leader that many people can learn a lot of things from him, because Donald Trump is not a leader who play around the bush, but he is a leader who comes out to do or to take a decision that he feels like it is good and for him and maybe for the people that surround him. Today, many people are accusing Donald Trump of deporting Somalis and many immigrants from the country of America, which maybe some can view it a different way. But when you go to the reality and the facts, Donald Trump is doing something that maybe he is feeling like this can bring an effect or an impact the country of America if he cannot act today. So the country of America, is a country which is carrying or having a lot of different kind of people, whereby you cannot know who is an American and who is not an American. And at this time, Donald Trump told Americans and everyone in the country of America that when I go to the office, I am going to preserve the American culture. I am going to prioritize American first. So whatever he's doing today, I personally believe that maybe he is just doing to fulfill his promises to the people and the country of America. Now, today, we cannot say that maybe Donald Trump just messed or forgot the country of Tanzania. But again, at this time, I don't think if we as Africans, let's leave aside Donald Trump. Do you think Africans today are recognizing the leadership of Tanzania or the current president of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu? Today, no one is recognizing his leadership, her leadership, because of what she tried to do, because of what she tried to show the world. Today, Donald Trump has directly accused Samia of committing all those atrocities and genocides and killings, massive killings in the country of Tanzania, the country that calls itself a democratic country while committing a lot of human crimes. In Africa today, we are not in a point of destroying ourselves, destroying our countries, destroying everything that we have. When we can do it, we know well that we can make a good governance through our own decisions. But again, things are happening in a different way. So at this time, what we can say as Africans, we normally, because we know that there are some people, there are some institution which has power to do anything, to make any decision across the world, across Africa, and across everywhere. Today, Donald Trump calling the entire African leaders, we as Africans, we like to have a delegation or a relationship, a diplomatic relationship between Africa and maybe people, the country from the West, which will be helpful to everyone, but not the one that is only taking advantage of other people, just like they used to do the past years, whereby they are just calling African leaders, they give them loans, they come back here, they misuse all this money, then the debt remains a burden to the citizens. This is not what we support. But when they are organizing a summit, and at this time we are going to benefit from it, we are going to do business, we are holding shares, then this, I think that every African or everyone can support this. But again, before we go to criticize or accuse all these Westerners, then we have to work on ourselves first. Because today, all that has happened in the country of Tanzania is not something that has been caused by the people from the West. This is something that we have to know. This is not something that has been caused by the people from the West, but it is something that has been caused by our own black leader. Because at this time, I think the leaders that we're having are the same leaders today that should be working on how to strengthen their countries, on how to govern their countries well, on how to put or prioritize and build their own countries, but not being the one unaliving their people, the people that elect them, hoping that maybe they're going to represent them, they're going to rule them, and they're going to deliver a lot to their countries. So Donald Trump has the right at this time to do all that he's doing, because I personally feel like all that Donald Trump is doing against the blacks, it is awakening, it is a calling for the blacks to know that we don't have to depend in something that does not belong to us. For the people who are accusing Donald Trump of deporting Somalis and most of the immigrants in the country of America, then you have to think twice. Because how many people have ditched Africa, the people who are Africans, and gone to invest in Europe, in America, in Britain? How many? Because all these people mostly are politicians who are taking and looting our African resources to go and invest in this country from the West. These are the people who are truly killing our continent. Because when you go to the to the offshore banks, we have many offshore banks in America which are being owned by Africans. We have a lot of money which have been invested in America, in Europe, in France, in Britain by the black people. All this money, the amount of money that if they would have been invested here in Africa, maybe we would have been speaking something different, because all that the government needs is investment and the good capital for it to build their economy and their countries. But again, the Africans are doing it in a different way. They're taking everything to go and invest in the white man land. And again, these people are not recognizing their contribution. They are using our own money to come and give us as a loan so that we can keep on paying the debts. So Donald Trump, for what he's doing today, I can agree with him, because Africa has been asleep for so long. African leaders have been asleep for so long, just believing that there is a help. Even if they mess up, they will just get help from other people. That was the mentality that has been destroying our African continent. I started by saying this, that there are some institutions and some superpowers which has a lot of powers to control everything across the world. Let's not forget that Donald Trump is today the president of the greatest country in the world, the superpower country, whereby if he can work through the democracy way,